As we start to feel into this feminine range, this aversion within the fields, so the way that this was coming up physically was this almost feeling of vindictiveness, this anger, frustration, a lot of cyclical thinking, and part of what we are working through massively right now is this internal union, understanding how our feminine and masculine ranges, how these two parts of ourselves, the part that needs to be in flow, the part that needs to listen to its own inner guidance, and the part that needs to take action, the part that needs to do in order to support your physical life here. Are at odds with each other here. We can feel this in the heart space. And so it's almost where we are not recognizing it is an inner battle and we're going external and wanting to blame the external. I could feel this in the brainstem and in the base of the heart. Yeah, this, it's coming through as vindictive. Searching for a target, and the target is not external. So where we'll just say it's the distorted masculine, even though we might misinterpret it to be this dark mother energy, it's truly the distorted masculine. So where the feminine range is not supporting the masculine, where we are not supporting these large emotions that we are feeling, and validating them and coming internal, I know this is really warpy in the mind. It's a lot to figure out, So allowing the light to come in here into the mind space, where the body starts to become almost uninhabitable, we want to dissociate, we want to leave, we want to jump out. Really, this is the body is our temple space, where we are afraid to make peace with our own physical power, where we are afraid we will be overpowered, and then we can start to see where this plays out externally in our relationships to people, in our relationships to money, in our relationship to career, to finance, where we are making these external things, when truly it is about our own alignment, our own ability to work across the aisle with ourselves. And truly, it is this place where we are afraid to show ourselves out into the world. We have a fear of showing our face. And then this vindictive, again, it's being misinterpreted as being the dark mother. It is the distorted masculine that is saying, but I tried before, and look at all of the trauma, and look what happened to me. So let's clear this through the back of the head. It's like crisscrossing communication. And we can understand this if we're talking about a relationship too, right? We can understand it through that container. This is where we go into that cyclical argument. We're arguing into the distortion, into the woundedness, rather than addressing the actual issue. The actual issue is always, always, always at the core. I do not feel safe being vulnerable. I do not feel safe showing you my true self because you come back at me with something else which is not truly addressing the root of what I am feeling. Which is that I feel unsafe. And it's a hard pill to swallow right now for the feminine range, which needs to understand that she needs to support her masculine. Chokoshai chokoya. And she needs to listen to what it is that he needs. Tokoshai chokoya choshaki koshai. And to respond to that and support that request, that need. Chokoshai chokoya chahakashai chokoya. Understand that in your own self. Tokoshai chokoya. What are the physical needs? Tokoshai. That are going unheeded, that are maybe getting dismissed or swept under the rug, jokoshai, because we don't feel to be in a space where we can emotionally support it, or we don't feel to be in a space where we can energetically support it, koshai. It doesn't mean we can ignore the bid or ignore the request or ignore the need. Tokoshai chokoya, jahokoya, jahokoya. So then it creates this blockage, koshai, because we're automatically shutting down because we don't feel we have the answer or the energy or the space, chahokotai chokaya, for it to be put on the table and even looked at. Jo koshai chahokoya. Let's clear through the brainstem. Jano kokotai chokaya. This feeling of hitting up into a wall here, koshai. Let's bring your source light here into the brainstem. This is the inner union. Dotokoshai. Within the mind, within the brain structures. Jatokoshai, chokoya, chokoya, chakaya, chashai. Also understanding the brain is designed to look for what it is that the human believes it needs, what it is that the human is wanting, what it is that the human is conditioned and programmed to want and receive. Jakoshai chokoya. So we have to feel more deeply into ourselves and be honest. Chokosha, and be open to seeing deeper truths, deeper levels of vulnerability and honesty within our own selves, to allow these patterns to rise to the surface. There is nothing to be afraid of except where we resist these things coming to the surface and seeing and acknowledging them clearly. Koshai. That's what's going on internally right now. Tokoshai chokoya. Chohoya taki. Goro okoshai chataki chashaki. Tohonoya taki jahokoya taki. Tohojoya kacha ishataki chashaki. We can no longer suppress our masculine's desire to heal. Our need to take action in ways that are aligned to our energy. And it doesn't feel comfortable and it doesn't feel normal. It's like having two left feet, jonokoshai, or two right feet, depending on what has been more dominant for us. Jotokoshai chokoya chashaki. Jahotai jano okaya taki chashaki. Good, so bringing light into the front of the ribs here, the base of the ribs, chokoshai, into the lung tissues. Jahotai. Johokoshai chakoshai chokoshai chakokoshai chatakashai chakaya. Tokoshai chakoya. Where she feels she is being forced to make decisions, koshai, that are not in alignment, tokoshai, with her inner peace, chokoshai. Jahokoya taki. Let her open her mind, takoshai, to understand this broader perspective. Opening the tissues, opening the cellular base. Opening your DNA to remember your origins, that you are greater, more capable, more powerful, more blessed than you have yet to recognize. Where you have only related so far to these distorted ranges. As you continue to seek deeper into the remembrance within your DNA, trusting trusting in these vital codes that exist within you, that adorn from within you, this adoration through yourself, of yourself, to yourself, as it is so.